boundary. And what a shot. Short and wide. And all he had to do was get it over that infield, which he did effectively. Got 7 in the first over, and in this one, catching up pretty quick. And that was well balled. And he keeps it on the pad and doesn't provide any room whatsoever. Crammed him for space on that occasion, did Sujan. Last ball of the over. He tries to white that again towards the mid-wicket region. Looking across for a single and will retain the strike for the next over. The 2 bowled, it's 20 without loss. The start of the third over. And again, a touch shorter. He doesn't get the kind of connection he would have wanted. It'll only be a single. And like I said earlier, it's a very solid side in the British 11. Got about 5, 6 all-rounders. And they can bat. Because Shrestha with his second. But takes the thickest outside edge. That should fly down towards the boundary. It does. Whether you go for a cut or for the drive and go hard, and that's exactly what he did. Flies over the slips and over the keeper, beg your pardon, and no slips in place. Third man, a desperate dive from him. Could not quite prevent that ball from going towards the boundary. Dhanachandra gets his first. He's looking to get a move on here. A couple of steps down and he's campered through for a single. Shy of the non-strikers in. Would have been home easily. First of the 4 games to be played today. British Embassy 11 versus Nepal 11. The next will be between Japan versus Pakistan 11s. Has gone in the air, over the infield, a couple of bounces, and it trickles along the surface for another boundary. They got up and running pretty swiftly here, the British 11. And again, touch shorter and wide. Allows a lot of time and space to open up his arms and just find his spot towards the offside. He's tracking at exact 200 at the moment is Wilmore. He's gone through and another 4. Make that 3 in the over. He's throwing at his bat at possibly everything here. It wasn't too bad a delivery, but his intentions were quite clear. Wants to target that offside and just over the fieldsman. Here goes Shrestha again down the track and Guided towards the third man. It is long for a single and will keep the strike. 35 for no loss after the end of 3 overs, our British 11. The tournament being organized under the patronage of the Japan Cricket Association, the JCA, have been doing a marvelous job in terms of providing the sort of avenues for all those budding cricketers coming through the ranks. A phenomenal grassroots structure. It all starts from the very tender age of 12 in the under 12 cricket blast, going ahead to the under 15 league, the under 19s, the Japan Cup, and the JCL, which is played across different formats in 40 over, 20 overs, and T10. And that's through the gap again. Four more towards the onside. And there's no stopping Wilmore. Now a lot of support from MKI and Mizuna, or their platinum partners. A quick run and we get there easily. It's going to be overthrows now. But push that one slightly quicker. No ball. Played and a miss. Taking it away from the right hander. Good bowling, 2 dots in a row. Haven't seen that enough in this match so far in the first 4 overs. Subarna Bhatta gets it towards long on for another single. It's been a good over so far. Just conceded a boundary and 3 singles. 2 wide and one wide and 2 singles coming from the bat. We want to make sure he finishes this off on a positive note here. And striking just over 200 at the moment is Wilmore. It's a good stop. And 4 overs completed. British 11 are 42 for no loss after the under 4. It's not just about the development of the men's cricket. We've got a pretty competitive structure in terms of the women's cricket as well. Again, from the age group, the under 12s, under 16, under 19. And those two categories are the latest addition in 2025. The J Bash for the beginners and the J Bash Challenge for the hardball beginners. And then, of course, we've got the likes of the Japan Women's Cricket League, the WJCL, the WJPL, which of course includes the international players and players from abroad. So Wilmore is out. That was pretty close to the offside, but chance at the non-strike is in. Has he gathered that cleanly? He's claiming it. And the umpire was pretty well positioned to make that call. Johan Hamis is the new man in. He's off the strike now. Sudarshan is back to face Karki. On the pads, on the pads. And nothing, says the umpire. Not of the head straight away as soon as the ball struck those pads. He's got a short third in place. Short fine leg. Long on, long off back. Nice signal. Are doing just a bit to pull things back here at the moment are Nepal 11. Again, trying to go for a big shot, missing the line of the ball completely. Leon Hamis. Goes for a big shot towards the onside. There's been quite a few plays and misses in the last over. But is back for his second. Something's got to give now. The current run rate has come down quite a bit, especially in the last two overs. They've got themselves off to a very good start after the departure of Wilmore. Hasn't quite had Apologies again for missing out on putting voice on these pictures coming to you live. But another round throw towards the stumps. He did manage to hit it. And the batsman was comfortably in. So 57 for the loss of 2 wickets after the end of 6 overs. And seventh over on its way. Leon Hummus and Jacob, the two batsmen out there in the middle. And down the track he comes. And again, a decent stop in the follow through. And take another full. Couldn't quite get the connection. The striker's in, and the ball evades everyone. Go through for a single. He would consider that as a missed opportunity. It was a long hop. He could have dispatched anywhere. And waits for it. And again, not timing. The runs are coming in singles at the moment for the British 11. Pushed through a bit quicker. Onto the pads. And it's been a very good over. I guess the end of the over, rather. 7 completed. 60 for the loss of 2 wickets. Sagar Kaur would bowl his first over. It's a T10 format. 5 bowlers, 2 overs. Take another full this time. It's up in the air. Fielder. Oh, what a grab that is. Absolutely marvelous. That one was skied up in the air. Kept his eyes on the ball right till the very end and plucks it perfectly. Made the run, covered at least 10 to 15 yards and dives to catch that. So number 3 goes down for the British 11. It's 60 on the board. And Saga picks up wicket of his very first delivery. It's definitely not going according to the plans for the British 11. They've got wickets in hand, would want to make sure they make the most of the last 17 deliveries they have. Chihaya Sekine is the man. Nineteen years of age. There goes Sagar. And again, keeps it on that channel. One given by the umpire. And this time he connects. But not quite enough. Well, that was a touch fuller. Again, struggling to get bat and ball at the moment. Two wides and a single in three legal deliveries here. Goes Sagar once again. Backs off and skies that in the air and taken quite comfortably at short mid wicket. Was in no position to play that one. Well held in the end. Slightly hurried onto him. And a good catch. Safe as houses. Another one departs in the eighth over. So two wickets in the over for Sagar Kubar. British 11 are four down now with 63 on the board. And hits it straight down the ground. Long off. And cuts it off. And full toss. Turned away towards the leg side. The fielder is giving it a chase. A desperate dive and manages to cut it off. He's going to come back for another one. Decides against it. Apologies again. We are back live. And with that, wicket number 5 falls right on the very last ball of the 9th over. We've just got 1 over to go now. And 76 for 5 it is. Innings that started really well in the first 3 overs have fallen apart. Quite a few dot balls and losing wickets at regular intervals. Oh, direct hit towards the striker's end, and that is given out by the umpire. I'm not quite sure if there was a second on that. He did his best there, Harrison, in an attempt to make his ground, but that's what happens when you hit the stumps on direct. Taken on the full, and that was mighty close. Looked like for a moment it was quite a gesture. Nothing says the umpire. Right, 4 more deliveries to close out the innings. British 11. And again, not getting the connection. And what an inspired performance this is from Sagar Kuwar. He's taken 3 wickets and conceded just 6 runs in 7 deliveries. And then again, keeping it there and thereabouts, not providing any sort of width to the batsman. He'll get across for a single. In fact, he's come back for a second. So that concludes the British 11 innings. We'll get the confirmation on the target in a bit. It hasn't been the happiest of outings for them. Really looking good for in excess of about 110, 115 maybe. Lost too many wickets towards the back end of the innings. So 81 would be the target for Nepal 11 to win this first game. The only significant contribution coming in from Timothy Moore, and scored 30 of 16 deliveries with 6 boundaries. Dhanachandran Sudarshan managing 11 of 14, and Ruiki Ozeki striking at 200 for his 10 runs, including 2 boundaries. Other than that, nothing significant, nothing concrete right throughout the middle order and even lower down the order. Three wickets for Sagar Kumar. In the 11 deliveries he bowled, a wicket apiece for Subarna Bhatta, Karki Robin, and Arjun Gautam. So that's the equation. 81. They'll have to chase down inside 10 overs. Welcome or T10 2025. Nepal 11, British 11 winning the toss and electing to bat first and have put 80 on the board. The innings that started so well looked pretty promising. Couldn't quite finish on a higher note. Nepal have to chase that total. Need to score 81 in 10 overs. Was a very good bowling performance from the likes of Sagar Kubar. Went on to pick 3 wickets from his 2 overs. It's a T10 game. 5 bowlers can bowl a maximum of 2. They would want to make sure they get there without too much of a fuss here. Shot third in place. Mid on, mid off. Right, all set. First ball coming up for Nepal's reply. The slot worked away towards the onside. Diving stop. I'm not quite sure if that one carried. Very good effort in the end. Nepal are off the mark. Taken on the full again. Couldn't quite get the connection. In a missed opportunity. Could have hit it almost anywhere. And again, he tries to go with a drive towards the offside. And Peter Guys, the captain, has given himself the first over. It's been a decent start for him. Nobaya Margaret on the batsman on strike. And again, played in a miss. Pankaj Chand. Now the non-striker is in. He's got himself off the mark. It's been a very good start for the British 11. Just a single conceded off the first 4 balls. And again, I'm trying for that expansive shot towards the offside. This time a wide given. Those of you who are tuning in for the very first time, this is he tries to go over the infield. He was in the air for a long time and get across for a couple of runs. He's off the mark here. Margaret. And this time he goes towards the onside. Gets enough of it. But a good effort down there in the deep. Cuts it off for another 2. Over completed. It's 6 without loss, Nepal. After the end of the first over. A good one balled by Peter Davis. And that is something they'll have to keep doing, keep believing. 80 is not a big total in this format of the game. The Embassy T10 Cup 2025 under the patronage of the Japan Cricket Association, being played here at Sano International Cricket Ground. And down the leg side, might have flicked something on the way through. The bat of the pocket. And Wilmore, the bowler. And Chan, the batsman, on strike. Been working relentlessly, Japan Cricket Association, in terms of the game development here in the country. And kind of infrastructure being provided to players across the grassroots, starting as young as under 12, going all the way to the international stage. And scores of tournaments, and the Cricket Blast, and a couple of newly added tournaments. And that is in the women's category. And other than that, the Cricket Blast, the Under 15 League, the Under 19 League, the Japan Cup for the men's cricket, and the JCL, the JPL includes players from Big Bash, league played in Australia, and likewise for the women's structure as well. They start pretty young with the Cricket Blast, which is the Under 12 category. And then you've got two latest additions to their structure, the Under 16s and the Under 19s. Introduced this year, the J-Bass Social for beginners. This time he goes airborne. Has that gone all the way? Looks like it has. 6 signaled by the umpire. Slowly but surely, Nepal getting into the groove here. Too close for cut this time. That's the over completed. 2 gone. It's 18 for no loss. The amount of work being done, and then definitely with the introduction of cricket in the Olympics 2028, it's just going to bolster a lot more interest among the locals to take up the game. And who knows, maybe represent their country one day. Robinson into the attack for the third over. In the slot and knocked him over. Keeps it on the stumps, keeps it simple. You miss, I hit. The first one down for Nepal with 18 on the board. Nice and easy run up. Nothing fussy about it. Just keeping it on stumps, and the batsman trying to hoik that towards the mid wicket, missing the line of the ball completely and getting his stumps knocked out of the ground. Acharya, the new man in. At the striker's end. Decides to go over the top, couldn't quite clear the infield, and taken at mid-off. Acharya departs. He couldn't quite add on or change the scoreboard any further. The ball was in towards him. Decides to go inside out over mid-off. Doesn't get the elevation right, and an easy catch in the end for the fieldsman. So 2 wickets in the over for Robinson. And he starts on a very good note. Nabeen Acharya, 25 years old. And Sam Robinson, the bowler. And Sabine Raval is the new man in. He's ready to face Robinson. And cuts away this time through the gap. That should run down the hill for a 4. Good start for Sabine. Gets himself off the mark with the boundary. Doesn't time it rightly this time. He's still got 1 ball left in the over. And that has been a brilliant one from the British 11's perspective. And 5 runs conceded under the scheme of things and have picked up 2 crucial wickets. And that of the openers. It's going to be a wide. And string in line. He doesn't have to do anything fancy here. Just ball stumps to stumps. And let the batsman make that mistake. It's not a big total they are chasing. Nepal. Gotta make sure you keep wickets intact. Remember, British 11 started on a very good note but couldn't quite capitalize on that one. And this time towards the offside. 4 more added to the total. A decent over despite losing 2 wickets. Not 9 of it. It's 28 for the loss of 2 wickets after the end of 3rd over. Joe Lewis comes into bowl. Raval, the man on strike. He's got a boundary ready. Chand will have to take his team through. Pankaj Chand Thakuri. And 29 years of age. And wide given by the umpire. Here goes the Lewis once again. Prods it towards the offside. And we'll get across for a quick single. The two umpires are there for the first one, Mumtaz Alam and Udika Pradeep. It's done an excellent job so far. Again, short towards the leg stump. Is that going to be called a wide as well? And they have scampered across for a single, make that two in the over. So 4 runs already with one legal delivery. We'll have to try and curtail those, can't give extras with just 80 runs on the board. And again, drifting down the leg side. Down the track and smashes towards the offside. Got a fielder in place and long off, beg your pardon. And going at a very healthy current rate at the moment are Nepal. Require only 48 of 41 deliveries. It's going to be an easy job considering the kind of firepower they have. John Tucker is batting pretty well and striking at 200. On the pads, loud shout. Might have struck just outside the off. And still got ball left in the over. It's been a good one considering the fact that he's conceded 4 of the extras, just 3 singles. Other than that, and haven't been able to put any sort of pressure on the batters here. Lewis. And the swell ball. Is he going to try and get across for a single? He's been sent back. Jacob into the attack with Chahal on strike. Going well with 17 from 9. Kiran Rawal, 7 off 6 for him. And 35 for 2 in 4 overs. And 45, 46 more to get. And again, doesn't connect.